on? What's going on? Let me try to get right. What's going on, y'all? What's going on, man? Drop a one in the chat if y'all can hear me. I'm in the building. What's going on, gang? Check in. You feel me? We're gonna have a cool little conversation tonight. All right. Shout out to my guy Black Man Unfiltered, man. Drill. We got some shit to talk about today. All right. How I sound? I'm good. Okay. I see ones in the chat. Okay, so we gotta chop it up, right? It was brought to my attention that Black Man Unfiltered did LGBT community conversation. And the title of that video was, let me double click off this, Emasculate the Black Man, the New Frontier. And it was a part of Black Man Unfiltered's barbershop series, right? I've been on there more times than I can count. So let me go ahead and shout out everybody in the chat. Make sure y'all come in and hit that like button too. Shout out to Sexy Lexi. What's going on, love? I haven't seen you over here in a while. Appreciate you coming through. My guy No Labels 100, aka Gutter Slim out the ATL. What's going on, gang? And of course, man, big dog, world class, man, Mr. Pull Your Card. That's what I'm gonna call him. Mr. Pull Your Card in the building, man. Big dog. Got a number of respect for. I learned a lot from this guy. You feel what I'm saying? But to the task at hand, right? We had a conversation. This person I had a conversation with was just telling me about what happened on the Black Man Unfiltered show, which prompted me to have this live interaction because I think it's interesting when we have these type of conversations because you're dealing with different men in a different way. Like some would even say that LGBTQ guys, gay men, trans women, I guess, men. Hold on, how this shit go? All right, so if you a man originally, but you decide to become a woman, is that a trans man or is that a trans woman? I don't even know how this shit go, to be real. Hold on. Shout out little mama. But yeah, I mean, these conversations will always be contentious, right? Especially if you don't I don't know, whatever, but they consider themselves women, right? Whatever. But let's get into it because I don't want to be here all damn night. And I'm gonna actually bring on my guy, world class. Matter of fact, I already sent you the link, bro. So when you're ready, go on, pop on up here, bro. We're gonna chop it up. Okay, so what? Okay, so it's a trans male. Okay, so yeah. Damn. Yeah, I guess. Whatever, bro. But I didn't really watch any of this. I think I watched maybe at the most 5 minutes, and it's a 5-hour live. So I'm gonna first play kind of like them introducing themselves, and then we'll get into what I've heard, and then I'll just kind of go through random parts. And the Black Man Unfiltered that you watching, bro, most definitely come on. Anybody that was on the panel, come on. Matter of fact, I'm gonna make sure I text Mandrell. Let me see. Let me text Mandrell. Doing a review. Black Man barbershop time. Oh, you just made that up? Okay. Yeah, I didn't. I just was like, what the fuck? All right, so let's get into it. Let's go ahead and pull this thing up. All right. So their conversation was based around, at least by the title that we're speaking title, was brought up. It was basically talking about emasculation. So that's not necessarily geared towards the LGBT conversation, if you ask me. I mean, I guess you could say it's involved with emasculation of black men, but this doesn't necessarily speak to LGBT. This just speaks to men being more feminine today, right? Cross dressing, right? That's more of what emasculation is. So I wouldn't necessarily speak to gay with that, but that's Black Man's show. He did how he wanted to do it. So let's go ahead and get into it. When he brought everybody on the panel, I want to see when everybody came on the panel.
Thank you for having me for one. Thank you for hosting us, and shout out to Mandrell who introduced us to the Black Man Unfiltered Network. My family, I have no idea how they're doing, but that's actually doing me some good by not knowing. So happy to be here.
All right, thank you so much, man. Thank you. Brother Clarence is in the building tonight. Brother Clarence, what's going on, man? All the way from over there at the Let's Talk the Better Black Life. All right, make sure y'all go over there and like and subscribe over there and support Brother Clarence, as he is a part of Black media, as well as I and the rest of the people on this panel. Brother Clarence, how are you tonight? How's the wife and the family, man? How you doing?
Everybody's good, brother. Thank you for asking. Hold on. There we go. All right, yeah, everybody's good, man. Blessed is the best word I can use in English. Everybody's good, man. Hope all of y'all are doing much better. And
by light years apart, the best show I've ever done since I've been on YouTube. I mean, you guys are sensational, and I just thank you guys for coming up and doing the show with me again. I really appreciate it. I'm very grateful.
You are welcome.
You're welcome.
Now, I actually, Mandrell called me. I don't know if it was the day of the show or after the show, but he called me telling me he really felt good about this show. I actually still have not watched it, Mandrell. Don't be mad at me. I planned on watching it. I just, like I said, I've been working so much lately, bro. But he called me nonetheless. I was out with my daughter when he called me, saying that he had a really good conversation and he had on some guys on the show, and he was very proud of the way the conversation went. I'll check that out. Maybe I'll show some of this now, I guess. But yeah, so let's just keep going, I guess. My guy's here, so let me pull my guy up. World Class, what's going on, brother?
What's going on with you?
I can't call it, bro. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm getting myself.
Okay, let me turn that beat down just a little bit.
Yeah.
So how much of this show did you see before I go further?
I mean, I was modding a little bit, and actually watching another stream at the same time. So I caught a very okay. So when I was watching it, the one that's in the exact middle. What's up, Rob? The one that's in the middle was where TJ was at, and so that's, I don't know how far away that was.
TJ as in TJ Randolph?
JT, I'm sorry, I said TJ.
Oh, JT, okay.
My bad.
So when JT gets there.
Actually, Freezy was in the top right. JT was, it just wasn't how it was. It was a lot going on.
Okay. So I'm only playing this kind of beginning part because when I was watching like an hour at an hour and 3 minute mark, and they were talking about how the conversation got shifted to something else. Now I don't know. I'm gonna play this, but even the title of this show kind of it's almost like having flaming gay men on the show to talk about emasculation wasn't the best move to me. Originally, but I don't know. That's why I'm gonna play the beginning to see kind of where he was going with it, because Black Man's a real creative, so I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. But from just out the first glance, the title is just like, wow, with flaming homosexuals. I don't understand. So yeah, because I don't know what they're gonna say about emasculation. I don't know what positive they can offer.
They would say that they like it. So
yeah, you know what I'm saying.
That's the direction in which I would expect it to go. So there's that.
Right. So I wasn't crazy for thinking that. Okay, all right. So let's go ahead and play it. Shout out to Black Men Unfiltered.
All right, man. So listen, guys, as we start the show,
and if you want to address something, let me know.
Yeah.
There's been some. I'm gonna pull this up while I'm talking, so everybody could, the audience can take a look at it. You saw it at the beginning of the show, but I want you.
So we can stop right
This
there.
has been a lot of controversy with these two. These two.
I don't like the way the one in the green. I don't like how his hands move already. So I'm gonna just go ahead. I don't like that. We can just stop it right there. No fuck with you. But
Yeah, when I was watching at the hour mark, his facial expressions was like, yeah, this is definitely, these are gay. Like, there's a such thing as gay facial expressions. He has for sure.
Yeah.
Like, they need their own emoji app type of thing to like gay smiles and gay laughs. Like, it's definitely different.
When they came out, he pre-ordered it, so he's stocked. He's all stocked up on that, and he won't be running out anytime soon. It's going to be a lot of it. So
he's full of them, amongst other things. All right, let's go ahead and go.
Magazines this week, and so I want to put them out there. As we can see here, Mr. Majors to the left here. Then we have Rihanna. We want to just have a moment of silence for Rihanna real quick. I just want to thank God for Rihanna with her man as well and her baby. And so this has been given a lot of controversy as far as they said the men are being emasculated and the women are being, when it comes to the Rihanna, that it's like she's leading him. Right, could seem petty, but this is what I'm getting at. This is what I'm seeing. She's leading him, and she's emasculating him. Now we get to the more controversial one. Is Mr. Majors here? You've seen him in a lot of blockbuster movies. The man has done so many movies in the last 2 years, he can't even count them. And if you didn't see the entire photo shoot, if you want to go look at it, go look at it. But they said that he shouldn't, as a heterosexual man, he shouldn't confuse people, or he shouldn't make them look feminine. So let's get the conversation started. The first question I want to ask everyone tonight.
What do you think about that? About because they said it was some anime stuff. That's what I've heard a lot about, is that this guy was recreating the anime character. What do you think about this guy's? I don't know what the fuck you would call that, but yeah, what do you think about it? World Class, you there? He must step away.
I was muted. So apologize for that. So there's, out of everything that's on the screen, there's only two things that are not horrible, and that's the beach and the baby. Everything else is wrong. I don't know who told you could sit on top of the couch like that. That's not. That doesn't even.
Big
make
Mama
sense.
will have a fit.
I feel like that we're trying to be directed to male cleavage. That's the first time those two words ever came in my life. It's just now. I never knew that they had caca boots. So I've heard of knee-high boots, but he got, it seems like it goes further up. There's that. I don't understand why A$AP Rocky is literally 1/4 the size of Rihanna.
Right.
And then somehow their hands still met. I don't know why the baby wasn't allowed to have a top. He's chest naked just like the guy is. So it's like one's ebony, one's Vogue, one's pink, and one's blue. It seems like they're in cahoots. I
That's
guess
interesting.
it's gonna be like some type of nod to the black male's the new single black mother.
Oh. What up, Poppy?
What's going on, Poppy?
Okay. So, as far as this guy to the left, right? Yeah, when I first saw that, I was like, what the fuck? And I'm still like, what the fuck? Let me be clear. That didn't change, right? But I was hearing about this anime. Now, are you in anime at all?
Yeah, when I've watched Naruto, shout out to Naruto, I've never seen him make the duck lips. they're usually based off Asians, and they don't have lips like that. So why he's doing that at us is it's making me uncomfortable. And I don't even know what this character is supposed to be, but they don't do the duck lips most of the time. The anime characters, like I've never seen Goku do that, so I don't want to be part of it. I don't want him to. I just want to file press charges at this point.
Press charges.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the remedy I would take at this juncture.
Okay. So, by us talking like this, and then if we were on the panel, and I could implant us at 1 hour and 3 minutes, I could see how the conversation went the way it went. Now, I can definitely see, because we're not going. See, here's the thing. Me and Tez actually plan on having not panels. I don't want to do panels. Actual physical. Let me not say physical in this sense. Yeah, a podcast, right? Let me not say physical. They'll be sitting right here. Yeah, let's be clear. I want to actually have some of these conversations. Maybe not this one.
Which you're gonna get alphabet air. You got to breathe that. So good luck with that. Is that racist? I didn't mean it. No.
Is it racist?
I don't know. They're racist now. They want to. I don't know. Like, who knows?
I mean, maybe. I don't know. But who knows what anything is anymore? If there's an ism at the end of it, I mean, you could throw.
Well, I'm going to be
throw
a cat
anywhere.
tomorrow, so there's that.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like being a lion tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to be a daffodil after that.
Right. Be a fucking bottle of Hennessy after that, whatever. But you know,
what's the name of the horse that Gumby had? I'm gonna be him.
I have no idea. I don't know.
Okay, don't worry about it. You're young.
Yeah,
it's not your fault.
I am young, and I don't want to talk about horses at this moment. All right, so let's just continue to go for it.
Are black men being emasculated? Is this because the name of the show tonight is Emasculate the Black Man, the New Frontier? All right, so we'll start with Reckless Logic, and then we'll go.
I just feel like this going to be infectiously zesty.
If his name is okay, I don't know how to explain this. If that's the name that I don't know what to say. If that's the name that has been gone with, I will just say it like that. Then you already know we're not doing stuff that makes sense, and it's not gonna be a name. It's gonna be the Cash App name. So, so we're off to a bad start, and it's not gonna be good. So this is for anybody that doesn't know, this is their second time before Black Man Unfiltered.
Yeah, they came on Mandrell's show, right?
Mandrell and Shoo Shoo, hashtag Team Shoo Shoo. Girl, I'm telling you, if you listen. I'm bad. Had to put some heterosexuality in here.
I don't blame you. I appreciate it.
It's about to get sassy in a really short period of time.
It's like in a very short second, it's about to get very sassy. Let's go ahead and let the sass. All right.
Neck pops.
Go around the room. So
all the neck pops you can take.
I mean, look at this. You see, look at his face. That's the I'm finna get you told face. That's the by the time you back with my car face when you got a girl car. Not that I've ever done it, but I've seen it. Right.
That's I'm about to use all the moves I seen my mother use when she was talking to my aunt.
I'm gonna tell you about your black ass daddy. That's what that face is. All right.
Get a yes or no from everybody. Get what everybody's thinking first. Then we go into the conversation. So, Reckless, are black men being emasculated?
Yes, but not in the fashion that I'm pretty sure a lot of people on this panel are going to agree with. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, all right, Jake.
Just keep it going. Just
See?
Nope.
What you got for me?
Nope.
Thank you, Reckless.
I'm okay. So I mean, not bad, right?
Yeah, it was horrible. It was bad. It was really bad. It's minor,
but it's like I expected worse, right? I expected him to go the fuck in. So I guess that's why I say it's not bad. It is bad, but it wasn't horrible. Let's just go there. The bar was pretty low from the beginning, so
it took an unnecessary jab at the people on the panel for no reason.
It was definitely passive aggressive.
It was.
Most definitely. All right, let's go. JTR.
The one thing I did see was JT was snapping, bro. Freezer was trying to have a human conversation with them, and that shit was just not happening.
JT ass looking like JT looking like man,
what the
get
hell?
the fuck out of there. Why am I here? All right, let's go.
Without a doubt. Yes. All right, Mandrill.
Oh, stay eating and drinking. How can you eat and drink at a time like this?
Yeah. That's yeah. All right. I'm not even gonna touch that one. I'm not gonna touch that one at all.
I mean, he right next. Never mind.
All right. Hey, the king.
Our black man being emasculated, by definition, yes, black men are being deprived of their identity or weakened intellectually, which, as far as I'm concerned, has to do with social economic oppression, has to do with the obstruction of the nuclear family, has to do with the assault on black male bodies, which is being represented through police brutality, etc. And so, yeah, there's multiple receipts and facets that black men are under attack, which has nothing to do with being in thigh-high boots.
Black man, what's going on, boss? Lord have mercy. Okay. I don't want to run that back, but I need to. Okay. So I'm discombobulated right now. All right. So 17 minutes and 40 seconds. Let's go back about 17 minutes.
Or weakened intellectually, which, as far as I'm concerned, has to do with social economic.
Thank you, Rickles.
Without a doubt. Yes.
All right, Mandrill. All right.
What the fuck, Mandrill?
Hey, the king.
Our black man being emasculated, by definition, yes, black men are.
He was going to say sure, very condescendingly. Shout out to podcast. Right. Condescending, right? Yeah, he was definitely about to say sure in a very condescending tone. You agree?
Of course.
Okay. Just making sure. All right.
Being deprived of their identity or weakened.
Identity is a wild word today. Right? Superman was Superman, but his actual identity was Clark Kent. In real life, Superman doesn't exist. I mean, as far as the superpowers, right? But the identity is Clark Kent. So I already, like, the way I view identity is based upon a comic book, something that's not really reality, right? So there's that. So it's for him to use the word identity is they've used so many words and changed them. Like, we can't even say period without sounding like a zesty city boy or something.
Right.
They're just taking over words. Right. Like period in a sentence. Like, men have been saying that. But now it's just like, can't even use it like that anymore.
They put a T down. T stands for trans.
Period.
That's a fact.
Yeah. All right, let's let him finish.
Intellectually, which, as far as I'm concerned, has to do with social economic oppression, has to do with the obstruction of the nuclear family, has to do with the assault on black male bodies, which is being represented through police brutality, etc. and show there's multiple receipts and facets that Black men are under attack, which has nothing to do with being in thigh boots.
And this is
You know what I'm saying?
this is yes, because
why?
it's condescending and it's passive aggressive. And this is why there are certain conversations I'm just not having with them.
It
This is
doesn't
why-
make any sense.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm bad. I mean, coach.
I'm just saying, like, this is why I wouldn't have, like, there's not a knock on Black man, because, like I said, Black man was able to pull off having women on the show that cannot speak.
Yeah, that was.
You know what I'm saying? So he's a creative guy, so he can pull things off that I just wouldn't even attempt. This is also a thing I just wouldn't even attempt, as far as to title and base it around emasculation with flaming homosexuals. Like, for me, that's not a productive. It just won't be a productive conversation. Right?
I thought of the worst shit in the world to say. I gotta forget. I gotta remember we on the internet forever right now. Okay, my bad. Let me get focused. I'm
Go
gonna
ahead,
say some
go ahead.
crazy shit. Yeah. So it's just a theme. I mean, we're old enough to know that we've experienced these people a lot, and they're just, to a person, extremely, I don't know what the word is. You're not gonna get stuff that makes sense. They have to find a way to solidify their identity at almost every moment.
Mm-hmm.
So we watched both of them speak in their little opening remarks, was really just a yes or no answer.
Right.
To a degree, and they have to take shots because their reality
Instantly.
is so fragile. And they're not. It's not unique to the alphabet community. You got a lot of heterosexual, insecure people that do verbatim the same stuff. You have to constantly try to reinforce your reality because it's so fragile.
That's a great point. Great point. And yeah, I'm not concerned whether you think thigh boots are emasculation because, or as a form of emasculation, because you rock them bitches. Like, it's like, and you're a man per se. So if I asked a woman this question, she would probably, it's a toss up if she'll say yes or no, right? Do you think it's emasculation? It'll be a toss up because it just depends on what kind of a woman you're dealing with. But for a gay man, it's not even a toss up. I knew you were going to say something or speak on something that affirms that this picture is fine, because you don't have a heteronormative lifestyle. Like, you don't know what it's like to live in a heterosexual lifestyle and be told you're supposed to be this providing, protecting man, and all of a sudden they're telling you, okay, be a bitch too. It's not your reality. Like, what you want is to be able to dress up like your mama at any time.
That's a fact.
So why would I even ask you about it? Of course, sure. And then he basically pulled a social justice warrior card, bro. He went to black bodies with police officers. Like, he basically, I mean, I don't care about left and right, because I mean, it's two wings on the same bird. But if we're gonna just be real, he went straight to the Democratic talking point.
That's a fact. All of it. Yeah, he's straight Democrat this now.
Yeah.
All that. And yeah.
Anything else?
It gets worse. It gets worse.
Okay.
I mean, there's nothing I'm gonna say that they're not gonna do 6 or 7 more times for the next 2 minutes. So
okay. Let's go. What's up, Red Lipstick Vibes? Shout out to you, love.
What's going on, Red?
All right, absolutely. Brother Clarence, are black men being emasculated?
Absolutely. It's been happening since we got feet hit the ground here in 1500s, and it's still going on. There's different waves, different modes. Because
are you praying or something? What the fuck are you doing?
What happened?
I said, this nigga praying or something? Why is his eyes closed?
Yeah, he liked that most of the night. Or maybe the light too bright for him. I don't know.
Is that a kaleidoscope behind him?
It's
Right.
it's yes.
All right, don't
Trying
worry
to-
about it.
Trying to trick you.
No, never mind. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Okay. I bet.
The emasculation keeps up with the current culture. So
I don't like LeBron James being on this panel at all. Just want to put that out there.
Yeah,
the
that
culture is
sounds
different from the other culture. It changes probably every 20 to 30 years. The form of the emasculation and how deep it goes. But my answer is, definitely yes.
Absolutely. Thank you, Brother Clarence. All right, John the Baptist, are black men being emasculated?
Yes, black men have been emasculated, and I blame Freezy for it. And it's all on him.
Freezy?
That's cute.
All right.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right, Mr. Bennett. Are black men?
Black man, you were supposed to go right to Freezy after that. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Being emasculated?
Yes, they are, but as been said previously, not by these images that I'm seeing.
See. Me and Mr. Bennett have disagreed on a lot of things, bro. And we're we're both Steelers fans, so I hate that right now.
Yeah, I see our
but
problem
bro,
right there.
No, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. We're not going to do that. But for him to say that, it's like not by these images. Like maybe if he quantified it, I'd be more, because I think there are more emasculating tactics that have been using on black men than putting a guy in, feminine wear or whatever. It's worse things than that. But he's not quantifying. He's just dismissing it that it would be emasculation. How is that not emasculation, bro?
That ain't no way else. I don't know.
Okay. This is not good. Okay.
Okay. All right, Freezy. Last but not least.
Most definitely. And I'm including these images as well.
Fuck you talking about?
You can just look at them.
Come on, Freezy. Let's go, bro. Stop playing, bro. Just let's call it for what the fuck it is.
I mean, yeah, but yeah. Just in a nutshell, yes, we're being emasculated, most definitely.
Now, I'll start with this first. Emasculation in the workplace. Do you? I want to start the conversation there, and then we'll get into the meat of everything else a little bit later on. But even in the workplace, do you feel like men have to stop being who they are, or have to stop being just men, or whatever you define as a man, right? A heterosexual man. Do you feel like they're making you, hey, you have to accept certain things, or you can't have a voice, or do you think that's a problem today? Anybody can jump in at any time and answer that.
The smile, bro. Hold on. Hold on. It's like he at the child support line getting ready to get the fucking card. Hold on, bro. Hold on, fool. Get the fuck out of here.
Or whatever you define as a man, right? A heterosexual man. Do you feel like they're making you, hey, you have to accept certain things, or you can't have a voice, or do you think that's a problem today? Anybody can jump in at any time and answer that.
I but see, that's the problem. The problem right there with the question, because you said,
okay,
you
what's
feel
the
as a heterosexual man, et cetera, then anybody can answer. So when them two answer, it's automatic. It's an automatic invitation to chaos. Like it's like, yeah, we don't care about the rules. So I mean, but you can't exclude.
What? Bro, what?
Hey man, hey, when you ask that question,
you got a point. Like maybe he's smiling because he's like, oh, so you're just not going to include us?
he know when when it's his time to talk, he can show his ass because he don't got no business talking about this one question.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, I mean, I get what black man is doing here. I just don't think it's a good. it's great for TV, right? But like as far as the conversation, like I don't see how this was going to go well. I don't.
Well, maybe BMU, talk with everybody, tell everybody be, lenient and stuff like that. Don't take it serious type of shit. I can see it, once that's agreed to, then it could work. But which is it's definitely why they didn't ask me, because that wasn't gonna happen. Like, nah, ain't gonna happen.
All the straight men, please stand up. No folks sitting their ass down. All right, let's go. Let's go.
No.
Nigga, you was in the army. Okay, don't worry about it. Let's go.
You don't think that? Okay, go ahead.
No. I don't think that's the case where you can't be yourself. You can't be a man. It's just the conduct that you are.
Now, just correct me if I'm wrong. Manager, I got to do it. I have to do it. You have been on Black Man's panel and said things you shouldn't be saying on YouTube, and when we challenged you about it, you said, "I'm a effing man, and we need to say what it is." Did I hear that correctly, bro? Because you were on that panel.
That's a fact.
Okay, all right. So, Mandrell, what are you doing here? I mean, look, I hear "Beat It" in the background. You moonwalking, my G. You moonwalking.
That's tolerated in that environment now is starting to change and shift. So there's some people out there who don't like the changes. So just like when anything changes, people look for someone or something to blame. And they're blaming it on a lot of other stuff that have nothing to do with it. It's just the company is so scared to get in trouble or get sued and cancel culture that it does make those changes. Now, you can go in the workplace and be a man. Yeah, just be respectful to people and watch your boundaries. That's.
You can consider Black Man Unfiltered's panel work, right?
Yeah,
that could be considered his job, right, or one of his jobs, right? Why does it matter? Taste the rainbow.
As far as what I can see, that's what it is. I don't really blame it on anything. It's just companies being paranoid. Like look at YouTube, all the different new rules they put out there, and it's just like most of them for like.
Look at what?
Well, he brought it up. Yeah, I ain't watched this part.
I didn't either.
I can't.
All this shit is new to me. All of it. Like I have.
Yeah,
I've only
I didn't even know it was 4
5
hours.
minutes. Yeah, I'm not gonna watch this whole thing. I'm gonna get through some of this introduction. I'm gonna go to where I started watching. And then maybe I put the link in the chat. I'll put it back on there, but other people can come up. But yeah, I don't plan on going longer than maybe an hour, maybe another hour.
Man, I'm telling you, I don't even know where I was at when it was just chaos. It's just
so. What I'm looking for is JT to be in the middle.
He gonna be like
that's when you were on there, right?
That's when I was watching.
You see it? You see it now on the screen? Can you kind of tell?
Okay, so one thing that happened. Okay, it was like this was a part of it. This was like this is kind of how it was set up. And it's after Information Man had apparently went off on some dude in the bottom left. He cussed him out pretty bad.
Okay, I heard.
But yeah, let's finish this introduction because I'm just how they start is kind of important. I'm glad you.
Yeah, it's very important. It's very
important. I want to see how they because they're already being assholes. So
because the claim that they made, the reason I wanted to go to the intro because the claim that they made where I was watching was that, and I think Information Man was talking to them about wanting to have the actual conversation about emasculation, and Information Man's claim was that they derailed the conversation. They meaning they, thee, shim, him, all the pronouns and shit, right?
Which are not pronouns, but that's fine.
I mean, whatever, so I'm, whatever. So, so his claim was that the people of the LGBT derailed the conversation and We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do it. Not gonna do that.
I could slip. It just
Just
right off.
work on it. Work on it, brother.
Hey,
Work on it.
I'm gonna beat one time.
So his claim, God, you fucking me up, bro. His claim was that they derailed the conversation and they basically said, no, you don't know about your fellow straight black men on the panel. They changed the conversation. So that's why I wanted to see what happened. So let's go.
For no reason at all. But at the same time, if you want to have a successful channel, you got to stay within those boundaries. It's the same thing, you know.
Absolutely.
So,
go ahead, John.
It's true.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say, I think men, you shouldn't change. You shouldn't stop being who you are.
I'll be right back, Workland.
I've always taken the example of the NRA. Whether you agree with them or disagree with them, they are very tactical in how they put out their plans, and then they don't care how you view them at all. We need to take a page from them. The NRA, they put out a ruling today that you may not care for. They stand 10 toes down. They don't bag off. No matter how stupid it may be, they're gonna stick by what they believe in, because they understand ultimately if I give an inch, you will take a mile. The NRA will not move an inch. And I think we as men, we should stop giving in, stop selling our masculinity for $1. And because I think some things are more important, and manhood is something that we have to stand up for.
I think the question that you just asked, Black Man, has been a big issue within the past 10 years. And I want to highlight Dave Chappelle, right? Especially in the entertainment business. He highlighted, I think on the Oprah Winfrey show, that as far as the dress goes, the infamous dress in Hollywood, a lot of guys, if you don't wear that dress and accept certain roles, you won't be pushed to the front. So yeah, you know, it's like what I said on the last show. A lot of these people in positions are, you know, of the LGBT plus community, and they are in control of a lot of positions in Hollywood. But I'm gonna agree with what Mandrell said as far as like corporate America. I wouldn't say that they're using their people are using their high positions
I just sent you the link, Mandrell,
to emasculate men, but definitely in Hollywood and the entertainment business, which I deem as the most influential area in society today.
I'll say this to pick up on Caprice just for a few seconds, is that my issue myself is not, I don't have an issue with the images. Rihanna's a bigger star than the guy is. So they were going to do that anyway, like whatever. The images, now here's the thing with the images and movies in general. I raise my eyebrow. It doesn't upset me or nothing, but I raise my eyebrow when I see them take a straight man, dress him in a feminine fashion, or he has to wear a dress, whatever the case may be. Why would you have why take a straight man actor and do that when you got plenty of gay actors out there who will take the role and do a fantastic
That's
job?
a good point.
And who are not being visible, not being allowed the platform for visibility, are not allowed to have the microphone to be heard.
Mandrell is kind of. I want him to come up here because he's kind of confusing me. Go ahead.
Well, that is a part of what I think Freezy was talking about, kind of alluding to, is that in that culture they have a lot of. I would just say it just because I'm me and I just know what I'm talking about. They have a lot of satanic rituals going on. Like they will have they will have a North American hero being played by somebody from London.
Hold on, excuse me.
They'll have a North American hero being played by somebody from London.
Okay.
And then somebody from some African person being played by somebody here. Like they just, I don't know why they do that. Like sure, she's from England. She's not even from Africa. Like why couldn't you get an African to play? Like you know what I'm saying? Like that's just, yeah. I don't know what's up with them, but they just do that nonstop. They'll get a guy that's Catholic to play a Christian, and some Russian to play a Celtic or something, and it just completely changed. It's so weird how they do shit. So he's not lying about that, man. You got enough guys that are whatever, bisexual, why not just get a guy to play that role? But their whole never mind. Let me stop while I'm ahead.
I mean, yeah, like, I mean, it just what's the guy's name that made Schindler's List? The very popular Jewish director. Damn it, he's the most.
Is it Jerry? Is it son? What is son?
It'll pop up.
Spielberg?
Anybody in the chat?
One of them.
Yeah,
It's
Steven Spielberg. Right.
Yeah.
I mean, he directed Color Purple. Why?
See stuff like that. I'm good. That's why I never liked it. That made sense.
Why? You know what I'm saying? Like, so they do these things. It's not even just in the realm of masculinity or male-female dynamics. It's in race dynamics, football dynamics. Like, they'll have guys that never was around football be involved in a football movie because of whatever reason. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. All right, let me bring up Mandrill. Drilly, what up, bro?
Hey, can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah,
yeah. What's up, bro?
Okay. Yeah. Team light skin.
Team beige.
Team cappuccino.
So what questions you want to ask me? First of all, what did you think of the episode? Like the one Wednesday. I think this might be Friday.
Yeah, this is Friday. It's about
Yeah,
okay.
This is Friday. Yeah. So don't
And
be mad.
here's my thing: is that why is no one talking about the one that was on Wednesday?
I absolutely didn't see that. I just came in, flirted with Shishu and left.
No, seriously, CJ. Like Wednesday night, that Wednesday night show was probably by far and away the best show I've done so far. Period. I'm talking about light years away from anything I've ever done.
Yeah, you called
and
me.
No one's talking about that.
I think for me, like I said.
But here's the thing: Friday's night show turned into a shit show. Now this is the talk of the town.
Why?
But a show that was, that turns out to be enlightening and people actually learn from. No one's talking about it.
Maybe that's the same reason people didn't watch none of Black Father February for the most part when we did that. It was a positive show, so probably for the same reasons. But I do want to ask you,
probably so,
from your perspective, why did this show go left? Because let me tell you what I saw. Hold on. Let me set the stage. Like, because I was told about this show and it popped up in my algorithm because this is one of Black Man's bigger shows. It's 2,000 views or whatever. And I was watching at 1 hour and 3. I just like pushed the button and went to something. And I saw Brother Conscious TV say that the conversation was derailed by the men on the panel, well, the straight men on the panel, and they wanted to actually talk about emasculation, but they claimed that the straight men were the ones that redirected the narrative. Is that true? And then just kind of tell me why this went left, why this whole show went left.
Number one, that is true, and it went that way because guys on the panel. Here's the thing: it's the purpose of my Wednesday night show is to show people that we don't really speak the language of homosexuals. They live in a whole nother world than we do. So the things that we say to them, they're taking it in a different way. So what they heard from what was said by people on the panel was people were conflating their sexuality with the subject matter. But they would, if you listen to the way they talk, they answered questions without putting sexuality anywhere near it. And the shit's crazy to watch when you actually see what they're talking about. It's like we're speaking two different languages. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I want to. It's scary to watch. So the guys on the panel don't know that they're being homophobic. They don't know that they're being that way, but they in fact are. And so the thing is, the people of the queer community that were up there, conscious and reckless, they're just responding to what they're seeing and what they're experiencing. And the guys on the panel don't know that they are doing, they don't know that the things they're saying are affecting them in that way. But if you're a person who lived your whole life scared as shit to walk out the door because of something somebody might do or say to you, yeah, you're going to be a little bit jumpy.
So let me ask you this, and I'm gonna bring Black Man and Hink on. But I got a personal question for you because I felt like you contradicted yourself, right? And maybe and I'm one of those people that don't believe contradiction is always bad, right? I believe if you're constantly evolving, you're eventually gonna contradict yourself somewhere, right?
Yeah, because everything is eventually going to meet in the middle.
So you said I've seen you on the show use the F word and be derogatory towards what could be determined as derogatory towards LGBTQ, and Black Man has told you not to do it and you've done it anyway. And when they asked you a question about corporate America and why people feel as if or do they feel as if they can't be a man? And the reason I'm asking you that is because you said the reason I say it is because I'm a man and it needs to be said. So I'm wondering why you changed your viewpoint this time. And go ahead and answer it. I'm gonna bring up a Black Man.
Because from talking to them, I realized, like me, I meant no harm in the things I said. You know what I'm saying? And then having several conversations with them, now you realize that the things you say actually do hurt people. I'm not in the business of hurting people. You know what I'm saying? And when I talk to them, not only them, but other gay people, it's to the point now where all I see are Black people in danger. Is that Black men and women too. And I can't walk around here. It's me keeping myself in check and holding myself accountable. I can't walk around and claim to be pro-Black when I treat gay Black people like trash or talk about them in a derogatory way. So one of these two things got to give. Either my pride in Black people, you know what I'm saying, or the other shit. So holding myself accountable, I said, okay, I gotta stop doing stuff that causes people pain. They are Black people too. And if I'm in the business of helping Black people, I gotta include them. So if they tell me that this word is messed up, but it's equivalent to a white person calls you the N-word, I got to take them at their word. I don't know. I ain't gay. I don't know what offends you. So you tell me what bothers you and what don't, and then you go down. Then they go down the list, and I ask, okay, why do these things bother you? And that's where the education starts. I can't tell them how they feel or how they live their life, but that's what it is, CJ. So for me, holding myself accountable and learning new things and respecting people, that's what spawned the conversation for the Wednesday night show. You know what I'm saying?
Could I? All right, go
before
ahead.
You do that, before you do that, real quick, let me bring in Black Man. Black Man, what up, bro?
What's going on with you, my boy? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
All right, man. Hey, listen, the reason, so Mandrell, my brother Mandrell, man, we all family, so we can talk like family. So the reason I had a conversation with him after the Wednesday show, and he said that's one of the best shows he had by far. And I was telling him if he go back and read the comments, that the reason that people were upset at the show is because they and one of the people, I'm not gonna say no names because I don't want to have to go off on a nigga, but one of the people in the chat, a few people in the chat were saying, okay, we've been watching Mandrell for the last few weeks do the tenets of manhood, and on the tenets of manhood, Mandrell has been holding men accountable, saying stop being punks, act like a man, straighten your back up, stop whining, and stop complaining, and stop doing all this. And then the two gay guys came to the panel, he pandered to them. He didn't check them like he checked the men who straightened them. And I was telling Mandrell to go read the chat. I was like, Mandrell, go read the chat on Wednesday. On Friday, it was even worse. If you go watch it, they were saying, and it would be cool if Mandrell was like that on his tenets of manhood, expect the same energy he had for straight men for those gay men in the past, they would be cool with it. But since he didn't have that same energy for them, they have a problem with it.
Okay.
And so I called Mandrell, we had the conversation on the phone.
So, not Mandrell, World Class, go ahead and ask the question you was going to ask.
I agree 100% with what BMU just said. So my question to Mandrell is, I had adjusted because you did answer the question I had already. Because you said, how can you be about the Black community when you're treating Black gay people a certain way? So my question was, it was going to be, what made you want to have a conversation. But I take it that was enough for me, that part of the answer. So how do you think adding them to the conversation of being so-called pro-black is going to actually help your cause of being for the black community? Like, how is that going to actually translate?
Because, for one, I don't think the vast majority of us really know what we do to them. Like, they go through a lot of shit. Like I've seen family members throw people up. Well, not seen, but I've had family people tell me that they kicked out their nephew that they were growing up out of the house because he was gay, and bullshit like that. And I've seen black people bully other black people because they were gay. I've never liked it. I've never understood it. You know, and I've never bullied any gay people. Like I don't walk around beating up gay people. You know, it's just someone being gay has never been a thing for me. I don't. You know, so it's indifferent to me. I was indifferent to it. So adding them to the conversation, letting them know that, hey, they have, you know, these people are in danger. They go through the same racism that we do from white people. They go through the same persecution that we do from the whole rest of the world. And to add on top of that, they're getting the same persecution they get from everyone else, from us too, their own people. So we can't be the white. My thing is, I don't want us to turn out to be the white man of the 50s, 60s, and earlier to our own people. And that's the only logical. Hold on. That's the only. Hold on. That's the only logical conclusion this can go unless you turn that corner. I'm not saying we're there. I'm not saying we're there. I'm looking down the road.
But I'm saying so we sitting on here, and this is my disagreement with the whole thing. We sit on here and talk about what they go through. Every morning I get up, I go through something as a black man, period. I got to go to work. I got to strive for my kids. They on the same level as we are. However, they get more rights. They get dual, they can dual processes. They can go and do this and do that. They have a bulletproof vest around the LGBTQ community. They got power. If you say something about a gay person, they can take your job in 30 seconds. So we ain't talking about what they got to do.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, black man.
Hold on.
Here's the thing, black man.
Hold on, man.
Okay.
Hold on, real quick. Hold on, because I want to speak about something you said. I had this conversation with Brother Clarence on Hink's show, and I'm gonna bring Hink up in just a second. On Hink's show yesterday when we were talking about child support. It's not about what we're talking about, but it's just a logical point. That shit. It's a logical point I'm trying to make. When we have these conversations about anything that's uncomfortable or anything that makes us have to take a position, why do we always go to the worst case scenario and the best case scenario? Like the middle doesn't exist. Nobody on here is advocating beating up punks. Nobody is on here saying that, you know, we should hate people for being gay. Like nobody's advocating that. But what we're trying to really get across is that when you enforce what you think life should be, and I have an issue with it, you want to call me homophobic. You think that as a man that's an original man, that the definition of a man is me. The brothers on this panel, you want to come change it. No, you something different, bro. It is what it is. Are you a male? Sure. But you're not a man. And that's biblically speaking as well. That's from the Quran as well. So when you come in and with this position, Mandrell, and you went to the worst case scenario, you sound just like them. And I get it because you had a conversation with them and they enlighten you on some things. I have a gay sister, so I get it. But even with her, I'm like, look, your way ain't right either. Don't just talk about what we've done for hundreds of generations and then say, well, now that you know something, you got it right. Like,
and I'm not saying that, CJ. What I'm saying is, okay, that's where it comes off. Let me be abundantly clear what I'm saying here. Okay, like Black Man said, we all get up as black men and go through shit, right? They go through shit too, the same shit we go through, and they go through shit with us. My thing is, I don't care who you are, gay, straight, bi, whatever the fuck. I don't care. Your sexuality ain't really in this conversation with me. I brought them up because they may be gay, but they're black people too. Okay? Robbing, stealing, taking advantage of people, whatever negative shit you're doing, if you're black, don't let it come from us. If white people are doing it, let them do their fucked up shit. It should never come from us. And then I saw this whole thing going with gay people going through. I'm like, hey, pay attention, black people. You're doing it to them too. they're black before they're gay. They were black when they were in the womb. What does that sexuality have to do with it? And so I have to that. So to answer Noble's question, that's why they're included, because they need to be included. If we're gonna do this shit and do it for real, let's do it for real. Everyone's black.
Mandrell, we just talked about this, bro. They taking over.
Black man, just give me just a second.
They're not taking over. Here's the thing. One last thing. Okay.
Hold on. Let me just get Hinky and I'll get right back to you, my Mandrell. Hink, what up, bro? You there?
Yes, sir. I'm here, big brother. How you doing tonight?
I'm all good, man. We're gonna see where this is gonna go because this is very interesting.
I said it on the show though. Andrew, I'm disappointed in you.
Here's the thing. All them LGBT rights and all that BS you see on TV that they're getting with the legislation. Yeah, LGBT people are getting it, but it's the white ones that's getting it, not the black ones. They're being left out of that shit.
I know that's true. That's true for sure.
So that's my thing. They're getting it from every direction. They're not even getting the legislation that's promised to them. So if anyone's going to give them grief, why should it be us?
Can I say this though? I agree with that overall. That the European homosexuals are getting more, but just like the women, they will get more when they're spiting us. So when it comes to them spiting us and being against our people, being against specifically heterosexual men, then they'll get their extra rights. So when I see a panel of men kind of I'm gonna say lockdown or hands are cuffed, and these alphabet guys are just snapping off, getting their shit off, talking to Black Man Unfiltered about his views. You're only getting his views because he's here. Like when I see that, I'm like we the punching bags. But then when men like me start punching, and you get a real sense of what a real punch is, then we the bad guys again. So, and my ultimate issue is we've kind of been fine with everybody jumping the line, but kind of what went, and I was just talking to Big Mike I think earlier today. What kind of irritated me the most about the first generational conversation that we had is that was supposed to be the precursor to everybody stop jumping in front of the line of the damn children. We'll put homosexuals in front of the children. We'll put red pill rage in front of the children. We'll put conscious community niggas in front of the children, the conservatives. But why they never brought to the conversation? We'll put the letter people because they'll make us money and they'll get us views. But if we really want to do this, if we really was for the community, then we will put specifically their safety first. You know what I'm saying? 18-year-olds, 17-year-olds, people would consent, 15-year-olds would consent from their parents to be able to be on panels and have conversations. Obviously keep the language there. We're not making concessions for that. But we'll make concessions for people that's going to attack us and say dumb shit and we can't say nothing back. That's my biggest issue. But I'm not saying it shouldn't happen. I'm just saying the thought process is, when do they come into play? Why all these things are taking priority over the ones that the future is actually in the foundation of civilization is based off of, and that's competent children, safe, competent children.
And the question I had a question for Black Man. What were you hoping to accomplish with this? And I'm asking because the way that I look at having this particular conversation with the show title being Emasculate the Black Man, the New Frontier, what were you hoping to accomplish with having two flaming homosexual men on the panel?
Well, I always try to rock the boat a little bit, but to have all different walks of life. Like we got Mr. Bennett, he's the balance. You got me, gonna bring the comedy, gonna bring some some drop some dimes. You got Mandrell, that's gonna be snappy, but Mandrell retired from snapping. Then we got I just wanted to have a whole bunch of people. Now, what I didn't know is that it was going to veer off into where it went. Because my whole thing was, are we being emasculated as men, as straight men, as gay men, all the men on the panel, are we being emasculated, right? And so, but I didn't know that, who's going to make it, they were going to make it all about the homosexual community. Because, and then it went from one thing to another, then it went from, your view, which was so disrespectful. but I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? This what it is. People got their opinion. They're gonna say what they want to say, right? You know a person when you make them mad. My grandma would say two things about the truth. Drunk people will tell it to you, and pissed off people will tell it to you. And so when things got hot, I didn't say nothing to nobody. I don't even know why they even put me in it. And said, well, I know me making your views go all this. I'm like, all right, I let it pay. I let it go. But I think the thing like he was saying, nobody addressed it though. Like nobody addressed them snapping. They was just able to just free flow, just snap off. And then JT got to the point, he's like, oh, this is Andrew ain't gonna do it. I guess I'll do it. And so then that's when JT snapped.
So let me
the point of my show on Wednesday of bringing them up in the first place is really to give them a chance to have their say. Now, whether people agree with it or disagree with it, that ain't up to me. People have their points of view, but the conversation needed to be had, and no one else was having it. What I gave you Wednesday is what you
what exact conversation? What exact conversation?
Okay, here's the thing: the differences here, right? Mm-hmm. That's the start. I just want to start with understanding, because you're not gonna fix anything unless you understand it first, at all. So the difference here is what I've learned is they speak a different language than we do. Like I didn't understand half the shit when I first started talking right. to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I don't really know anybody in the gay community. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know about all that.
But the people I do know in it, we don't talk about it. Right. So I mean, so I'm like, okay, there's the number one disconnect: communication.
It's a different language for sure. I got my sister gay, and I know
right.
I talked to a bisexual girl that I know, so it's a big difference in how they communicate.
The number one disconnect that I noticed was the communication, and I thought that by giving them the floor and letting them have their say, and let them have be able to speak their piece, people would then hear them, and then the conversation would begin. The first conversation on Wednesday was not about ideology at all. It was to introduce a bigger audience of heterosexuals to the world of LGBTQ. Just here's what the world looks like, their world looks like. Listen to what they're saying, listen to their language, ask questions about it. So you can, and if you still disagree after you understand, after you ask your questions, and you understand it, you still disagree, fair enough. That's your perspective.
So why? Okay. So,
but at least be able to communicate with them.
So why do you think that's important for us to understand their life? I'm just asking to be devil's advocate.
Because, again, you can't claim to care about the black community if you're not interested in all of it.
But
or at least interested in understanding all of it.
What if your viewpoint is that their lifestyle is a direct detriment to the black community?
I would ask how.
Okay.
Hold on. See, this is how the conversation goes. I would ask questions.
Right. But Mandrea, you ask how. The how is if you have a community full of gay black men. Like I said, I don't have nothing against nobody, but I'm just asking questions too. If you have a community full of gay men, somebody on this very panel that we're watching right now, somebody asked the question, who gonna have the babies? And see, my thing is security boss read off something a while back. She said somebody put in there, some scientist said in 2029, in 2029 or 2030, that there's gonna be so many reductions in the black male babies because of the community. If people coming out and making it comfortable for people to come out, ain't nobody gonna make no babies no more. And so my thing is, that's the whole just of it right there. Like, what's gonna happen with the end?
Yeah, but here's the thing.
One more thing. I'm gonna let you rock it out. Also, what about the whole thing that like we said, we brothers, we got to hold each other accountable. We talked about Kanye West, right? We didn't agree with Kanye West, right? We didn't agree with his tactics. We didn't agree with how he did things. But look how but he's a part of the black community, and you said everybody can't go. That's what you said.
Right. Hold on. Kanye West is an individual. There are members of that community that can come, and there's going to be ones that can't.
Right.
Again, their sexuality is not the factor for me, but it's a factor for a lot of other black people. Just because of their sexuality, they're not included in the conversation. They're not included in anything when it comes to black men.
What conversation?
Any name one.
Okay,
hold on. Let me clarify. If it's not a conversation about condemning them because of their sexuality or invalidating them because of their sexuality, they ain't in a conversation. So that's my thing. They have some of them, just like us, some of us, not all of us, and some of them, not all of them, must be included in the conversation.
Okay.
They're here, hold on. They're here. You read the Bible. They've been here since back then. So they've been there for 2,000 years. You know what I'm saying? And they're here and they're out in the open now.
Is there a disconnect? Hold on. Let me ask him this. From your point of view, because I've had this, like I said, I have a gay sister, bro. So it forced me to look at things differently. I'm telling you, I understand. I think I know what you're going through right now, Mandre, because you've just been opened up into this world and it's fresh to you, right? I get that. But what I'm asking you is, do you think that there's a disconnect between the political conversation and what's actually going on the ground floor?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So hold on.
There's absolutely a disconnect.
Okay, hold on. Now watch this, Mandriel. Everybody have a preference, right? So you wouldn't date a 450-pound woman that's 5'3", right?
Not myself, no.
Okay, right. So you would not date a woman. There's a whole bunch of women out there. 8 out of 10 women are obese in America. Did you know that?
Okay.
So that means a whole bunch of them people. That's a whole bunch of women out here that's 400 pounds, 5'3" on my 600-pound life show, right? And we have a preference. We said we don't like that, right? And the women get mad at us. Well, y'all need to love us for who we are. Do you think we should do the same thing in the gay community? Because I have a preference. I don't want my son to go to school and have a drag queen read to him.
Okay.
I don't want my son to read.
But here's the thing, black man. I get where you're going. I'm already at your destination. Okay.
Okay.
All right. There's a big difference in you having a preference of romantic relations and what this is. I'm not bringing up their sexuality. I'm talking about these are people, human fucking beings that we don't treat like human beings. And no one on this panel can deny that. Largely, we do not treat them like human beings. We treat them like they don't even exist. Like I said, they're people, black people. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm addressing.
Hold on.
Hold on.
So they invite you to the pride parade.
Fellas, hold on. Because I wanna play this video. I know he's white, but it doesn't matter because I've seen brothers do this too. I've seen black women do this too. I want y'all to respond to this video. And I want to start with Mandre. And I want the reason I'm playing this video is because when we open this door, it never closes.
The problem with this LGBTQ people are dangerous for children thing is that it distracts from the real perpetrators. Stat after stat, study after study proves that it is grown men targeting young girls.
Okay, this clearly was a confessional because this sicko has a whole entire platform targeting our children. Ugh.
Hi kids! There's no such thing as a boy or a girl, and I can prove it.
In the name of Jesus, I rebuke.
Go ahead, Mandre. What do you think about
my God!
When you see that, what do you think? Don't get quiet now, sir.
Oh shit!
No, you talking to me?
Yes, Mandre.
No, I had to grab something right quick, but I heard everything. Okay, when I see that, that's an argument that the person's trying to have. That sexuality has nothing to do with it. So let's stick with the argument.
Sexuality has nothing to do with what?
Hold on. Let him finish.
Let's stick with the argument. The argument is that person saying that straight men target children more so than gay people do, right? Mm-hmm. Is that the argument?
That's what he's saying, yeah.
That's what he's saying. Where's the data? Well, hold on. I would like to see the data that either supports or disproves that person's argument, and that's the area in that conversation that I'm at. What that person looks like is irrelevant. If that person is that person right or wrong, that's my question.
Okay, so here's my thing, right? Because in order for him to even ask that or say that statement, it's obviously been said to him that what he's doing is an issue talking to kids and being around kids and being predator towards kids, right?
Or
That's
he
a fair
could
assessment.
have just made it up, CJ. We don't know. Let's look at the data.
But I
Hey,
mean,
play the
this
second
guy,
part, TJ, again.
this
Play the
guy-
second part.
I got you. This guy has millions of subscribers and millions of followers. He knew, like, he's been asked this question. Like, that's why these conversations. This is the same that guy that said God is non-binary, right? This is where this conversation is starting to go. And what men's heterosexual issue is, us as heterosexual men, the issue that we're having is that you can do what you want, but now you're trying to tell me what a man is. You're trying to tell me what my daughter is not a daughter unless she says she's a girl. Like, our issue is not with what dick you suck, bro.
Oh, I get it,
about
CJ. So your issue is that they're trying to push their ideology on you and force you to think like they do. See, I'm against that as well. I'm not trying to have someone noble cut it out. Anyway, fair enough. I'm with you on that.
Jesus. Let me get Hick after you.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm with that. As long as you're not hurting anybody else and you're not trying to shove your ideology down someone else's throat. You know what I'm saying? Because not everybody's going to agree with you.
Literally.
I brought them there again so they can have their say and people can hear them. You know what I'm saying? Because they're black people too, and they're black people who are in danger just like the rest of them. They're not invisible. And largely that's what I see. People treat them like they're invisible or like they're fucking aliens.
I'm stressed out.
So I'm just saying. What I'm saying is, if they do have political reach, like Black Man implied earlier, wouldn't they be an asset?
No.
Hell
I don't.
Oh, okay.
Listen.
Tell me, Nova, if I'm wrong.
How could they be a part of? Oh my God. How could they be a part of the community when they literally have no reason to be in any conversation that involves a child or parenting? Like, how? They have nothing to do with the conversation. They have nothing to do with children. So why the fuck is he talking about children? The nigga on y'all panel the other day was talking about it. Like, it literally is mind-boggling. They don't contribute to humanity. They made a commitment to not do it, but I'm supposed to treat you like you want us, but you're not, and then you want to be a part of the parenting part by taking my children.
But here's the
like
twist.
It's so fucking crazy.
I get it.
Hold on, I want to get Hick in there after you, because man, Joel, let me make this clear. This is not. I know you don't think it. I'm looking at optics. This is not an attack at Mandrell. He's one of the few people up here that's speaking for the LGBTQ community. Take that however you want to take it.
Wait. I'm not speaking for them. They can speak for themselves. They can speak for themselves.
Well, I watched that. They definitely talking.
Okay, yeah, they can speak. Right. I'm not speaking for them. They can speak again. I was on a panel today for 3 hours defending Black Men Unfiltered Network. Okay.
Let's.
But when it comes down to the individual people, we're all grown men. We can all stand on our own too. I'm standing on my own too.
Okay. Hold on. Nas, welcome to the panel, brother. What you got to say on today's topic?
What's good with y'all brothers, man?
Good. What's up with you?
My thing is that, you know, when it comes to this whole black agenda, you know, a lot of times, you know, on paper, you know, it becomes confounded with all these other agendas, man. Like, you know, the gay agenda, you know what I'm saying, the immigrant agenda, the globalist agenda, stuff like that. All this stuff becomes so mingled and conflated and confusing. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is pure now. Like, there's no sense of absolute truth when it comes to standards and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, real men have standards, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's the times when it comes to black agendas and stuff like that, it only appeals to sympathy. You know what I'm saying? At least the narrative, as far as the narrative is concerned. You know what I'm saying? And if you can only appeal to sympathy as a man, you can't be a real ruler. You can't be a real king. You know what I'm saying? My only thing with what Mandrell is saying, like, I understand what he's talking about. I think the point that he has is diagnosing the sickness. Like, if these, you know, young, you know, LGBT brothers, or I'm not even gonna say brothers, but pause, but these young LGBT black men, you know what I'm saying, can be reached, you know what I'm saying? And you gotta at least try to like educate them in terms of like, yo, this is not normal. You know what I'm saying? Now, if it can't be reached, then to me, you just gotta cut bait and just cut them off, bro. You know, it is what it is. You know, that's how I look at it.
Okay, go ahead, Hank. I know you was waiting to get on there here, bro.
No, the thing is, man, it's crazy because they're allowed to push their definitions and their views on us, and we're pretty much forced to accept it to the point where we have to make a lot of drastic changes because of these views. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that bullshit at all. So, like on the show, we was talking about emasculate. To me, those two gay dudes should have been up there. They should have been, because they're the very reason of what we're talking about emasculation. That's the very definition. The lifestyle they live is the very definition we're talking about, emasculation. So they should have never been up there, not under this conversation. Now, if we had a different conversation and you bring them up there, I understand.
That was my point. That was absolutely
but to have them up there and talk about emasculation, that's the very thing. That's one of the prime examples of emasculation right there. What they're pushing, what they will continue to push, and what they're going to push. So I understand they felt like they got shorted when the gay rights laws didn't apply to them. Guess what? At the end of the day, Jay-Z said it best, man. I'm not gonna say it.
Can I follow on that point? And I'm about to bounce real quick.
Go ahead.
You know, that's 100% accurate, man. Like, there's only so much. There's only so much you can bend. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, we this is why we call ourselves rulers. You know what I'm saying? Like, rulers are not supposed to be bent. You know what I'm saying? All this gender bending and stuff like that, man. Like, you just gotta. At some point, you gotta, just mark that line across the sand and say, yo, you can't step on that other side. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of like all I got to say about it, bro. It's like a lot of blading. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't always appeal to sympathy, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of like my main message with it. But
can I ask you a question? Real quick.
Yes, sir.
Did you hit the like button before you came here?
Nah, but I'm definitely. I got you, brother.
Appreciate you, bro. Come back, bro. He the type
that comes to shout out to y'all, man. Like I be watching from chat.
A whole bunch of plates with aluminum foil on it and take all contributing shit to the party.
I'm gonna tell you this. He bring his own goddamn Tupperware to take the shit out.
Hey, I appreciate you coming through, bro. Make sure you come back through, man.
Absolutely, brother. Take care.
Go ahead,
Here's
man.
the point,
You on
TJ.
camera now.
I wasn't appealing to anyone's sympathy. My thing is, the world constantly turns and the world constantly changes, and we have to change with it. That's survival of the fittest. You either adapt or you die. Now, to Noble's point, when he says they can't have children, no, we all know a man and a man can't produce a baby. Although a woman and a woman can't produce a baby. You need the opposites to do that. However, with today, as we've evolved with science and medicine, hold on. No, bruh, we don't like it. I ain't even saying I like it. I don't know what the fuck to make. The truth is, I don't know what the fuck to make about any of this shit. Okay, that's why I don't step in it. Bring it back up. Nobody wants to see your face. Sad fact is, okay, the brat is as pregnant as a woman can be. That's what it is, and she's married to a woman. However they did, whatever the avenue or however they got that done, they got it done.
Say that again. Say that again. Who's pregnant? Say that again.
The brat.
I missed it. Okay.
The brat. She's as pregnant as a woman can be, right?
Mandrell, are you running for office?
Also. Here's the thing. To Noah's point about the children, gay people adopt all the time. They do take in family members and raise them. They're around children, okay, and they do raise children. So this is something that has to be addressed as well. I'm not saying we have to come to an answer, today, but it's something we do need to look at.
Is your
And
argument
we need to
Mandrill.
talk about that.
Mandrill,
Go
who got the
ahead,
highest
Black
domestic? Who got the highest domestic violence charges right now in America?
According to the data I've seen, it's members of the LGBTQ community. But do we know why that is?
No. Against kids.
Well, I don't know that one. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, okay. Hey, guess what? There was a lesbian couple that adopted 8 black kids and put them in a van and drove them off a cliff and killed every one of them.
That's anecdotal.
That is anecdotal.
I think straight people have done crazier stuff they did to kids. And,
Okay,
and black
so-
man, you know I don't.
hold
You know,
on.
hold on. You know when it comes to children, I don't play around with that. Child abuse is a trigger for me, a real one, in a real way.
Well, come on back, man. I know you got whoopers. I did too.
You're right. So when it comes to child safety, that's not a game to me. I want the child to go wherever they're safe, the safest, to put it that way. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who the people are. Are they going to raise that child to be a well-rounded, productive member of society, not just some freaking robot on an assembly line? You know what I'm saying? Are they going to raise that kid to be? Listen, CJ, go on somewhere, man. Look, CJ.
Yep, I saw that shit too, CJ. I saw it.
Okay, listen, I don't get into this. It's confusing. I don't know. Okay.
Exactly, bro.
I don't get into
This is
that
what we
part of
saying.
it.
This is the part that we have
this
the
is why I
issue
don't-
with.
This is why I don't get
This
into
is
that
the
part.
This
I
is
wasn't in
the
that
part
part.
we
Look,
have
look,
the
look, look.
issue with, though, bro. That's what I'm
Okay.
saying. I'm
Okay,
okay,
okay.
with you choosing your lifestyle.
I have no
whatever.
answer. But CJ, I have no answer for that. I don't know.
I know you don't. That's why I put it
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what CJ. I'm just as confused as you and Noble and Heek. I don't know. I can't help you with that. I ain't in that world.
Right.
I just know that these are black people who are in fact in distress and are in fact in danger. They got the back signal up. Where are we?
So when he said that he feels as if, and I agree with him, that those gentlemen shouldn't have been on that that particular conversation. Do you agree or disagree?
To hear that point of view about it, I don't see the problem with that. Just
Okay.
which and I defended Black Men Unfiltered on that today. His reason for having them up there, because we're straight people and we talk about these things all the time, right? We hear the perspective from a straight man all the time. What do they think about it though?
You defended me against who? You defended me against who?
I'll tell you about that later. Anyway,
Let talk on their own platforms, though, man.
Right.
Let them talk on their own shows.
No, I was brought up. I was invited there. They
I don't know what
directly
you're talking about.
invited me there. I know. Cool. We're gonna keep it that way. I'll talk to Black Man if he tells you that's cool. But boy,
Why are we talking in circles here?
well, man.
No, hell
Anyway,
no. God damn it, man.
So man, they went off on me.
no. It wasn't them. It was no one on that. It was no one on that panel.
What happened to Mandrell? Where the fuck is Mandrell that was calling out FAG? God damn it, where's that man? This motherfucker don't want to tell nobody no more. I won't tell nobody, but if Black Man tell you, I ain't gonna say that. The old Mandrell would have yelled it out, and we all would have went down there with torches and pitchforks. What the fuck is going on?
I got my diplomatic hat on right now.
Oh,
Hey,
motherfucker, I know what you got on, and what you ain't got on no more is a sack of nut.
Oh my God!
I said it on the goddamn show. Your ass been Bob Barker. You been spayed and neutered. You're gone. Man. You gotta find a way to get your motherfuckers back. God damn it, get your balls back, boy. I can't have my brother-in-law looking like it.
all right, cool. Hey, heard you loud and clear. Now, here's what I'm gonna do with that. Noble, CJ, Black Man, by the numbers. Noble. You agree with what he just said? Hold up.
Oh, let him finish.
You agree with what he just said?
No. What you said?
He wasn't even paying attention. I've been
He said
spayed and
one-
neutered.
one
I
old
need to get my
man
ball. What old man trail at? I've been spayed and neutered. I need to get my balls back.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
Oh fuck. Is there any reason to ask you, CJ, or do I already know the answer?
No. There's no reason to ask.
Okay, I know the answer.
Yeah, you know it.
Black Men Unfiltered.
Yeah, I have to agree with the church. They took
how much you love. How much you love church.
You got your right one though.
Okay, listen, Black Man, do you
God,
understand?
it's my turn. It is. You told me it was my turn.
You can talk.
Damn it, shut up. All right, here's the thing. All right, fair enough, because I don't think they're gonna care. I was on Critically Drinking's panel tonight. I mean, not tonight, but Critically Drinking. Arshawn, okay?
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And they brought up Friday Night Show, and they did a review of it. And so there was what do you think of this? What do you think of that? I said, look, those are grown men. They can stand on their own 2 feet. Ask them. But all I can tell you is that our intention was not for this to happen. Our intention was this.
What did they
No, they asked you, why were they up there? And I said that our intention of bringing them up there was to get their perspective and their point of view on this. We know what we think. We talk about it all the time.
Okay. I thought Arshawn
No,
said something about.
y'all
I thought
give me- y'all
Arshawn
give-
said something
hold on.
about me.
Give me just a second.
No.
Not have children, but yet we get into the LGBT conversation, and the talking point completely centers around how we allegedly don't reproduce, which I just dispelled that. We totally use our reproductive systems. We use in vitro like the hetero community does. We participate in adopting like the hetero community does. We use our own bodies to bear our own children, like the brat is, who's pregnant right now with her wife expecting because she went to see a doctor, not a man. So it's just.
What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is he? What? Fucking 100% of the shit he said was fake and a lie. What the fuck are you using your bodies with 2 women, but you use somebody else's body? Shut the fuck up. What the fuck are we talking about right now?
Well, what he was saying is that
he was saying dumb shit. We and your wife when it's a third fucking party in there. 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 2 equals 1.
Okay.
What the fuck are we talking about?
The homosexual whisperer.
You do in vitro like the heteros do. You know the fuck you don't.
I'm trying to translate. Like I said, at least
No, Mandro. Everything with them is I gotta undermine my fucking intelligence for you to speak and for you to be valuable. Every time they talk, you have to undermine your intelligence for them to be fucking valuable. There ain't a fucking thing that they can say, well, I'm not undermining my intelligence because you're using a fucking voice that's not natural to you. You're speaking in a voice that's not natural to the fucking lungs you're using. So I gotta undermine my intelligence for you to have a voice. Why the fuck would I do that?
And here's
Would you keep a pet that did that?
Yeah, but if your dog meow, you got a problem.
Yeah, there you go.
Right, and I want to say this, and see what I've heard a lot of people make this, and I'm not even gonna charge this to them. I'm just gonna charge this to certain people in their community, right? One of the arguments that they make is about society and how gender is a construct, and how woman is a cis woman, not a woman. They're the actual woman or trans woman. The woman is the cis woman, right? And they have this idea that society forces us to have this lifestyle. If that's true, how do you know how to make yourself look like a woman? Nobody? Okay.
I don't think any of us. You're right. I don't think any of us know. That's not our world, CJ. I don't know. Like you brought in the picture.
It don't have to be my world. It don't make fucking sense.
Look, to us, it don't make sense. It don't.
No, to the world that doesn't have an issue in their brain, it makes sense. I'm not saying that there are things we don't understand, because my grandmother is one of the smartest people I know, and we had this conversation, and she said, "Look, she was a nurse, so she's seen a lot of weird body parts and people being born different. She knows a lot more than I know about the human body, and she doesn't know enough to determine what this is. My issue is that these people who are black, and I'm not a pro-black. I've said this before. I'm not pro-black. I'm pro what makes sense, right? When these people come telling me and us that their lifestyle is what's right and heteronormative, which actually reproduces people. And if we didn't use our semen as men, you wouldn't be here. We're the ones that's wrong. I got a problem with that. I just got a problem with that, bro. They can have their lifestyle. Just don't come telling me that we wrong, especially when we just trying to protect our children and have kids to build society. Are we not against single motherhood? So we want 2 single mothers in this bitch?
Man, come on.
It's like, make it make sense, bro.
Hey, dude, that second part, I don't think Mandrill saw that second part when that dude said, little boys and little girls, there is no such thing as a boy and a girl. Why would you teach them at 8, 9 years old?
Listen. I have not seen that video. None of it. I don't watch.
But I'm telling you what's out there.
I'm just saying, I get it. I don't know where you find it at. I don't know how you find it. I don't know why. It's not content that I consume.
Okay, Mandrill. You go to Amazon right now. They got
Why
a
would
book.
I want to do that? Why would I want to do that? Why?
No. Listen, you got. I'm talking about something completely different now. You can go to Amazon right now. They have a book. I just learned about this. Somebody sent this to me in my DMs after that show and said, "Look at this shit, Black Men Unfiltered." They had a book from 3 to 7. You know how they put the age at the top of the book? It says from 3 to 7, and it's called the KBCs. And it gives you A for
Freezer brought that. Yeah, Freezer brought that up. He and I chopped it up about
7 years old, bro. 3 to 7.
Okay, listen. Why you ask me questions that I'm indifferent about?
You the gay whisperer. That's what.
How am I the gay whisperer?
That's what he said.
How am I the gay whisperer?
I know one thing. You over caking for them bad boys for.
I'm not caping for them. I'm not caping for them.
You got it on
No. I came up here to bring clarity. To bring clarity. No, I came up
for
here
your contradiction.
No, to clarify any questions as to why I brought them on my channel.
How you spell contradiction, Mandrill? CONT. You know what? Don't worry about it. You put a K behind the C.
Because your dumb ass probably can't spell it.
I can spell it. But I don't want to spell it how you do. I don't even want to do it.
See, y'all got hink. Y'all got hink to get under my skin. That's what y'all did. That's why hink is here. You got under my skin, and now the old be starting to come out again. Listen.
What are you identifying?
You know what, Hank, man? If anybody can pull it out, it's probably you and Noble.
Man, Dre, I just want to know one thing.
Probably you and Noble.
Watch your language. Watch your language, bro.
First of all, it ain't that kind of party, CJ. I didn't know the 5100 had them kind of parties.
Maybe it's raining man, hallelujah.
Right. Maybe get the mother two fellas over here.
Man, like that. Boy, you better keep your damn mic off, boy. If I hear this raining men in the background, boy, don't talk to me.
Never that. Listen, bro, listen. Like Hink and I, look. Hink knows I'm a fan of music. You know what I'm saying? But that shit there ain't even in nowhere near.
Hey, Mandrill stand in front of the TV with baby oil on in some leopard thongs. Talking about it's raining, man.
Mandrill, let me say this to you though, Mandrill.
Actually, good horses to go better with that.
With a leopard skin bikini with some tassels on the side.
On a serious tip though, Mandrill.
Right.
I got respect for you trying to have the conversation. But don't get me twisted. Like what you're trying to do, and I don't know I'm echoing somewhere, but I don't agree with everything that you're saying. But I get what you're trying to do because
that's what I want. That's what I want. Just get what I'm trying to do here.
The reason I'm on your ass about. I can't say that. I'm on. Damn, what do I say? The reason I'm. God damn it.
Talking to you directly.
Yeah. The reason I'm talking to you directly is because I've been where you've been because my sister came out to me, right? So it was and I thank God it wasn't my brother, right? Because I don't know how I would have handled that. But I could take it. I can't say take it easy. God damn, we can't even talk like people.
See, your third grade brain won't let you go. Won't let you go there with it, CJ. I get it. But here's the thing. What I attempted to do, really, like I said, the episode, it was a bridging the gap episode. Can we put aside the sexuality and all that? Because that's where things get confused and muddied up. And just understand, okay, they're black people too. If they are in danger, my thing is, if they are in danger, can we put all that aside and give them a hand?
They
It
race trade.
depends on what conversation you're. It depends
Wait,
on
I
what
get it.
conversation.
Okay, cool. Pushing this out of now. Noble said something interesting. I want to get into this. How so? Help me out, brother. Because I know where you're going with it. I think, but just for the sake of clarity,
What you say? What you say? World class?
you said they are race
They are
traders.
race traders.
And I know. I think I know where he's going with it.
You're not going to downtown Atlanta with it. But go ahead.
Go ahead. I want to hear what you got to say. Go ahead, world class.
What you mean?
I bet he looked at the camera.
What's up?
God, it's my turn. It is. You told me it was my turn.
You can talk all that.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna help the race out by fucking not helping. Like I'm gonna watch y'all cook Thanksgiving dinner and I'm not gonna help. I'm gonna eat, but I'm not gonna fucking clean up and I'm not gonna cook. Like that's them. Like what the fuck? That's what they are. They're race traders. They are there to fucking help the females fight. Listen, when these chicks are fucking child alienating, when they're child alienating and they're getting all of this backing, it's the fucking homosexual males doing her hair, telling her, yeah, nigga, you don't need this, that, and the third, the fourth, and the fifth, and you need to get this act. These homosexual males, we complain about the outfits that they wear. Like think about this for 2 seconds. We complain about the outfits that they wear and the makeup, but we now can't tell the difference between the trans men and these females.
Jesus
These
Christ.
females are walking. Where do you think they get that from?
Yeah,
These females are walking around with fucking with long eyelashes, which, listen closely to people on the replay and people live right now and my brothers on the panel. Long eyelashes is a male trait. That's a male trait. So where do you think they got that from? There's nothing there's nothing about them that isn't race trade. It is a military application. It's been a military application for the last 6,000 years. It's not new. That's all it is. Sodom and Gomorrah, you think that was? You think by accident? It's a military application. Everything about them is race trader. You are designed to reproduce. When you're that, you're deciding, I don't have no fucking reason to be here, so you really don't need a dick or ass or pussy.
Okay.
You're just here, sucking up fucking space.
Sucking up space. Nice, interesting words.
Fuck.
Let's play something because there's a point that I want to make, and we can go ahead and give final thoughts, and everybody can speak their piece. But I want y'all to just notice the condescending language that they use, bro.
Buffoonery. And so, just like in the last panel, I'm always curious to know what is the real issue, and why is it that it's queer people who get hung up on that cross when everybody else in this system that I named, those who are abstinent, those who choose not to reproduce of the hetero and queer kind, don't also end up on that cross. There's never this passion for them, but all this heat for us. And I need somebody to make sense.
I got a question for conscious. I got one question. It's gonna be quick, John. I got one question for conscious and reckless. I don't know. Is a trans woman having and being with a real woman, is that considered a homosexual relationship?
It's whatever you want to consider. If it look like two women from the outside to you, then it's a lesbian relationship. But if you no, this is a dead ass. This is a dead.
Mandrill, this is where you got on my damn nerves, right?
Hey, hold on, CJ. Real quick. Did you hear the part where I think they was talking to Hink and Hink didn't hear him, or he was talking to somebody? He said that I will suck your dick so good I would need a neck brace when I finish. If you missed that part, bro.
It was nice having Black Man Unfiltered on my show.
I missed that part too. I don't remember that.
You gotta get the fuck out of here saying shit like that.
I don't remember hearing that. I missed that part too. I ain't hear that.
You heard it because after he said it, you said a neck brace.
I must have forgot about that shit. I don't know.
Man.
Listen, Friday night, I had to do a memory dump. Real talk. There was just too much going on, man. I was like,
I'm not being sarcastic. If you see two women together, to us, that's going to look like a lesbian relationship, right? Until we ask for the questions.
Why would you have to ask for the questions? I'm asking.
If that, but I'm making the point that there are trans women who
me and Noble, when we first saw, I want y'all to see how they first came onto it. Then I'll just let everybody give final thoughts because I about can't even say tapped out. I can't even speak normally when we talk about this shit.
This stressing me out.
Just say you in the background the other night. How's everybody doing, man? And then we'll go from you to JT and so on and so forth. Just thank God.
On there's different waves, different modes.
All the different, new rules they put out there, and it's just
Get a yes or no from everybody. Get what everybody's thinking first. Then we go into the conversation. So, Reckless, are black men being emasculated?
Yes, but not in the fashion I'm pretty sure a lot of people on this panel are going to agree with.
Is that not passive aggressive?
I thought it was just answering the question. I wanted to know what he meant by that. My next thing in my mind was like, what's he mean by that?
Lord,
I wasn't asking
you got to do the thing. What do you mean by that?
I knew what you were gonna say.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, I knew what he meant by that. That's why I didn't play the thing. When I heard you say that, it's what I thought.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
You gave me Michael from The Office.
Yes. Okay. Hank, was that not passive aggressive?
Yeah, well, they was being like that the whole night, though, brother.
No. Okay. This is the beginning.
The whole night.
That's the exact beginning.
This is the beginning. Black Man Unfiltered, do you see this as passive aggressive?
Yeah, I thought they came in ready to go to war.
Okay, let me keep going. And then we'll wrap it up with final thoughts. Let me keep going.
That's it.
Okay. All right, JT, what you got for me? Thank you, Reckless.
Get the other one.
Without a doubt. Yes.
Straightforward like a fucking man. Thank you.
All right, Mandrill.
Eating on the job.
All right.
What the fuck was you eating?
He was sucking the shit out that straw.
He was showing unity.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Low.
Hey, Hank, that's how he was whispering. That's how he was whispering.
Low.
They already knew what was going down. Okay.
No.
Oh my man, Look at him on that sprout.
Yeah, that's about right.
Okay. I'm not gonna do this with you.
I didn't know y'all was going. I ain't know y'all was gonna dig into me like this though. I thought y'all
don't say that. Don't say that, bro. Don't say that.
Man, just stop.
Okay, look.
TJ, your clip when you said kiss my delicious ass.
Why would you send him that? Why would you do that?
Hey, that should have been a sign right there. He's coming out.
Hey, watch out now. Watch out. No.
Hey, black man, we laughed and joke about it, but that should have been a sign.
No. Let's get 1 3 straight. Now, I'm extremely heterosexual.
Straight, huh?
Straight. Yes, women only. For me.
That motherfucker crossing over like
well, technically, you didn't say cis women. So, who you talking
fuck?
About?
Does she have a vagina? A natural born woman?
What?
A natural born woman for me.
Mandrill, I swear to God, Mandrill, you better not put no wig on. You'll be an ugly bitch.
Hey, did y'all see where they took Aretha Franklin's song off of iTunes and on Spotify?
Yes.
No, they didn't. They actually did that?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
I thought that was a joke.
And Cater to You is next.
And who's next?
All right. Cater to You by Beyonce. And
see, that's you're going too far with that shit.
No, Mandrill.
That's your community in that, Mandrill.
That's your community.
I'm talking about the black people. I ain't talking about the white people and what other race.
The LMGTBQ.
I'm talking about the
bisexual.
I'm talking about the black people of that community. The black people specifically of that community.
Okay.
I ain't talking about the rest of them. They can do whatever they want to do.
Hold on, Mandrill. If they ask you to go to a pride parade, would you go?
I got something to do that day.
Look, he just sent the message.
I'm gonna be out of town. Nah, I'm gonna be out of town that day. I can't make it.
I know one thing, man. If you went to the gay Mardi Gras, boy, and was sucking that straw like that, boy, they're gonna.
All right. Goddamn it. All right, let's finish. Let's finish this.
He sucked on that straw.
Pain.
Y'all better never fuck up, man. You hear me, y'all? Oh,
we're not gonna fuck up. We're not gonna fuck up like this. I promise you. Well, let's go.
I didn't fuck up. I didn't think I did.
Our black man beanie man.
Hold on. Listen to this, bro. Listen to this.
Escalated. By definition, yes, black men are being deprived of their identity or weakened intellectually, which, as far as I'm concerned, has to do with socioeconomic oppression, has to do with the obstruction of the nuclear family, has to do with the assault on black male bodies, which is being represented through police brutality, etc. And so, yeah, there's multiple receipts and facets that black men are under attack, which has nothing to do with being in thigh-high boots.
Black man, go first. Come on, black man.
Ask me the question, so.
Was that not passive aggressive?
It was like, bitches, listen. Y'all gonna hear what the fuck I got to say, and since y'all asked a heterosexual question or a question that's not involving us, fuck y'all. So he go and answer.
You don't think it like that, do you?
Anybody else agree with me?
I'm with you.
Absolutely.
Like that understand that's like the show says 13 minutes. It's really like 5 minutes into the conversation. And it's a 5-hour show. It's 10%. And they came in the door with attitude and sassy. That's what they came into it. That's how they came into the door, bro. They didn't have respect for the conversation. It's just obvious. Now, you said your conversation went well, and I got to go watch it, man, Dre. And I am going to go watch it for the full show. But if that's the case, why would you come on the panel with animus like that? Because they didn't have respect for that conversation y'all had. Literally, they didn't. Because if they did, they would have came to their panel with more respect. I mean, at least that's how men move. That's what I thought. But
CJ, boy, if you was a roach on the wall on that after show, boy, on both shows. After
man, listen, after my show. Now, listen, here's the thing. It went well because Jay Speed came back there, and I let him go first. Here's the thing. That was a really good conversation they had. Really good conversation they had. But after that, after Jay Speed, shit, boy.
Hey, man, Jay Speed said, Jay Speed said, it's amazing to me how y'all get so offended when people talk about y'all. He said, man, black folks get talked about, white folks get talked about. He said, it's amazing that y'all can take a dick, but you can't take a joke.
Shout out to Tracy Morgan. All right, so final thoughts, black man.
My final thoughts are, have the conversation because a lot of people have family members that are. However, we can't allow a hostile takeover. And right now, we're fighting against two entities, right? We're fighting against women who want to be equal to us. No, I'm sorry. We're fighting against women that want to dominate men and be over men. And then we got men who want to be women who are helping dominate with the women. And then the end game is those men those women who want to be men and men who want to be women, they're going to try to dominate the real women, right? It's just like the feminist movement. The white women use the black women. Now the trans men are going to start using the real women, and then they're going to dominate them. That's how it's going to happen.
Okay.
So,
well, black man, I wanted to just broach this, and I ain't want nobody to take it any type of way. It was just my interpretation, and I wanted to kind of watch most of it just raw. You know what I'm saying? Damn, I can't even say raw.
Just say you want to watch it in a more healthy mindset.
I wanted to watch it in a more neutral, healthy mindset, right? A fluid. But yeah, brother, I appreciate you coming on, being a good sport, man. And,
oh yeah, no problem, brother. Anytime.
All right, brother. Number love.
All right, y'all be good.
All right, bro. All right, let me get Mandrell. Go ahead, brother.
Bottom line is, look, I'm not homophobic. I have no irrational fear of gay people or nothing like that. I don't have any irrational fear of any human being. But I was hoping that people would at least see what I was trying to do here, because it's something that, like, coming together, whether you're gay, straight, or whatever, as black people, that's something we need to do regardless. Yeah, we have our differences, but they're still black people, and that's the important thing to me. And people are fucking with them. I just don't like bully shit. I never have, and I probably never will. That's one of the ABCs of me. I don't bully people.
Wait. What
do you mean by that?
I tell you when I talk to people, I tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. You ain't always gonna like what I say, but when I tell you something, you'll know I'm telling you the truth. You'll know I'm telling you the truth when I tell you something. You might not always like what I got to say. I mean, but some people, you can talk to them just like this. Cordial, casual, the whole nine. Other people, you got to yell at them and use some language they ain't gonna like. I'm on your platform, so watch my mouth. Pause. But no, here's the thing. To Noble, I understand his points of view tonight, and CJ, I understand yours. Ink,
he just roasted your ass.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I'm just shaking my head. Maybe I had it coming. Here's the thing. Maybe I had it coming. So that's why I got no pushback. But please, people, understand what I was trying to do here. And if the message of what I was trying to do gets through to you, that's good enough for me. I'll take it. Pause again. But
yeah,
it is a conversation that needs to be had, in my opinion, of course, because all that progress and all the new stuff that the LGBTQ movement has been getting, the black ones are being left out of all that. They're not getting any. They're not seeing it. They're not getting any of that. So they're being oppressed in that way too and left out, just like we have been during Jim Crow and today. So my thing is, there's an injustice there, and I can't look at injustice and bully shit and just not do nothing or say nothing. I'm just not built that way. So I thought it warranted a conversation. I thought it was good. It was a good idea to bring them on my show, introduce them to the world, and let them have their say, and let people listen to what they have to say in an honest conversation. I still think that was a good decision. I still think it was a good show. I still think I did the right thing. So that's my square, and that's my square, and I stand on it. I did the right thing Wednesday night. The rest of it, the nuances, the rest of it, the nuances of about like of children and stuff like that. That's a much more nuanced issue, much more complicated, or maybe not so complicated. But that's a whole different conversation. I wasn't having that conversation Wednesday. That's not why they were there.
Okay. I'm gonna check that out. I'm probably gonna do a review on that too.
All right.
But appreciate you, Andrea. And I like I said, bro, it wasn't an attack. And like I said, I just got so much respect for you for showing up and speaking, even with the ass whooping you just took. So I appreciate you, bro. Much respect.
I mean, hey.
All right, Pedro. That's it. That's all.
All right, later.
Bye.
That's what Pedro's into, getting his ass whooped.
Final thoughts, boss man.
Man, look here, man. Again, when they realize they just use us as pawns, every time they fall for the bullshit. If it's not the community using the gay black men as pawns and didn't include them in all the laws that they got passed for, what is it going to take? Black women are being used under the feminist umbrella as pawns. What is it going to take? But we the only one. Only our community will throw the white flag out and accept anything and all things. Only us. Them motherfuckers don't accept shit. You see them over the age community, that would be a problem. Throw it over in the Indian community, that would be a problem. You throw it overseas, that would be a problem. You couldn't do that in Russia. there will be a problem. Germany, there will be a problem. You know what's not a problem? In the black community. Again, we put the white flag out. We take your sick, your poor, your main, anything, and we'll claim them and accept them like they are us. But at the end of the day, they mean it's no good. But they pushing it on us. Like we don't have a choice. We don't have a say so. You're gonna accept everything about us. You're gonna make drastic change to accept us, and you're gonna like it. Bullshit. Bullshit. So, man, hey, protect your kids. Do what you can to educate them yourselves, and don't allow somebody else whose beliefs and ideologies you don't believe in or stand for. Don't let them poison your kids' mind. Do not let them. Thank you, big brother, for having me, man. Brother Noble, right on to you. Good to see you again, big brother. Y'all be safe tonight.
All right, hey, appreciate you coming through, boss man.
All right, big brother, you got it.
All right. The man, the myth, the legend. Final thoughts, bro.
Fuck him. You should have stuck. I ain't. That's it. Fuck him. No, I don't. You gonna come here and be disrespectful? I just be disrespectful up front. You know, I play the disrespectful game.
Right.
That shit ridiculous. That's what we doing, and let's keep shit a stack. Let's stop the finesse. Still with blood force trauma. That's not like disrespect, man. It's no point. So I don't be in a lot of spaces, and I talk to these niggas like I talk to them. If I don't tolerate the heterosexuals, why would I tolerate the homosexuals? I don't get it. I still ain't got the space. I'm just not doing it. I'm not yielding. Y'all can shoot me, kill me, and do something. It's not one of them. I'm not built like that. I'm not tolerating disrespect. Like in real life, I treat them like I would treat anybody else. Like realistically, like when you think about it, whether they at work, or you at work with them, what does your sexuality have to do with this transaction? What does your sexuality have to do with me walking in the mall next to you? Like, oh, I need to know that you're a male and you fuck other males, and I gotta oblige to your shit. And what makes these people, in their alphabet world, what it makes you think your consumer experience overrides my religious rights? Why I gotta undermine my God for you to be you? That's it. I'm just done with the conversation. Let's have this transaction. You go about your way, I go about my business. But your consumer experience, your consumer rights, don't circumvent my religious rights, my constitutional rights. I'm just not undermining my intelligence.
For nobody.
Not. It's not happening.
All right, my guy. Appreciate you coming through.
No problem.
Until next time, my guy.
Tez the Fire, what's up? Peace.
My guy. All right, bro.
Day. Peace.
Well, that show took a lot of twists and turns, but I'm glad it went the way it did. And there's a couple things I wanted to say that I didn't get to say. But, you know, I'm the host. This is my show today. But I always let guys speak their piece when they come on here. So I'm going to say this. We got to stop acting like we accept everything, right? In the circle of men I rock with, we're not against people doing what they do. Just don't come over here with it. We don't kick it with homosexual guys. We don't have a reason to. We don't kick it with women like that because we don't have a reason to. If she's not our woman or our family member or somebody that we care for and are responsible for, we don't really deal with them like that, right? We just live in different worlds. You're allowed to live your life. Nobody's trying to tell you can't live your life. But these conversations tend to go left because the more aggression that y'all have towards men, actual men that are heterosexual, that have children, that protect and provide for families, the more that y'all go at that narrative, because we know what Black Lives Matter had to say about the heterosexual nuclear family. What they said. They were against it. That's when this big push came about. So we know what's going on. You're not gonna pull a wool over our eyes, bro. It's just not gonna happen. You can do what you do, but don't piss on us and say it's raining, bro. I'm just not gonna go for that. You got the right to do what you do, but I don't have to like it. I don't have to agree, and I shouldn't attack you for your viewpoints. I'm not gonna do that. Jokes are jokes. All is fair in love and war. We joke with heterosexual people. We're gonna joke with gay people. It is what it is. I got gay jokes for y'all ass too. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So I say leave my children alone. And don't light a match if you don't want smoke, bro. That's all I got. So on that note, I'm gonna wrap this thing up. So for your guy CJ 100, 50% of the 5100 podcast, I am gone. You dig.
Two G's.